Right.
Too easy. So look at this here. I wrote this book here. It says, Who Stole My Pension? See, America today is what floats the stock market in America are pensions, same as here. Okay. And Wall Street steals the pensions.
So can you explain that? How does the pension system floats the stock market in our
Well, where does the
countries?
money come from? So all these people who go to school to get a job and they save money and they invest in the stock market, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. I don't touch any of that stuff. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I don't have to.
Okay.
I'm an entrepreneur. Employees have to save money, get out of debt, buy a house,
Right.
and invest in the stock market. My poor dad. I'm an entrepreneur. I buy the gold mine. I get the gold.
Right.
Most employees cannot buy the gold mine.
Right.
I buy the silver mine. I buy the real estate. I buy the hotels.
Right.
I am a capitalist. I am an entrepreneur.
So why aren't these learnings taught to us in schools? Like, why are they skipping this topic? Why do you think that?
Because they're run by college professionals like my poor dad.
They don't think it's important.
No. They have a job. What's valuable to you? Okay. Like I talk to my friends. Some of my friends want kids.
Right.
Some people don't want kids. Okay? So if you want kids, have kids. You don't want kids, don't have kids. You want to be rich? Don't be an employee.
Okay.
You want to be rich? Be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
But it's a choice.
Right.
So this is the biggest problem. America is going to be the poorest country in the world starting now. You're going to see the biggest crashes happening right now. So that's good for me because the price of gold and silver go up.
That's interesting because most people in India until the last decade have been migrating to the US, thinking that that is where is the land of opportunity to pursue the great American dream. But over the last 2 years, we've seen an increasing number of people coming back in droves back to India because that's where they're seeing the opportunity. So that is a very interesting shift that I never thought would happen so quickly in my lifetime. Right. So
You're a very smart young man.
yeah.
You see what happens is every place I go, I travel the world since I was a kid.
Yes.
I always go to the slums. So this time I went to the slums of Mumbai. And I'm talking to people, going. But what shocks most people is America never had slums like that. Today, slums are everywhere across America.
Really?
One of my best pieces of real estate is in Portland, Oregon, because they're run by communists here. Most school teachers are communists. This is the Communist Manifesto by Marx. They don't know it. They're good people, but they're doing the right thing, they think. So in Portland, Oregon, I bought this huge apartment house.
Okay.
And my friends and I converted it to condominiums. And we thought we made a fortune. We did. But we couldn't get people in there because the government of Oregon allowed homeless people to build houses all around our property. So the tenants couldn't drive onto the property. Then San Francisco went down. Washington went down. New York is going down. The slums of Mumbai are spreading across America.
Wow.
You should go look at it. San Francisco used to be the most beautiful city in America, in my opinion. I worked in San Francisco and all that. Now you don't walk in the streets because it's like the slums of Mumbai.
I'll tell you one more interesting thing that's happening in India. So the builders are trying their best to clear out the slums. So what they're telling them is, I have built an apartment for you close by. Vacate your slums and stay there while I make another building over here so that you can occupy it later. But what these guys are actually doing, they got that apartment for free and they're giving it out for rent to somebody else and continuing to live in the slums. So that's an interesting development that's happening in the Mumbai slums.
Same thing happened in China.
Right.
The Chinese developers would go in and build those high rises, never finish them, steal the money and run. So China's in serious trouble right now financially too.
Interesting.